The Odin project, followed closely by App Academy Open. I'm also not affiliated with either.
You're broke!
Everything you've read about the Odin project online is 100% accurate. For starters, because there's no hand-holding, unlike sandbox to learn to code platforms, the Odin project gets you set up with the development environment very early on. A lot of people have mentioned that this can be discouraging as a complete beginner, but that's the point here. The Odin project gives you a very realistic expectation of what it's going to be like on the job as a developer by having you set up your environment, learning what it's like to code in it. It gets you going through documentation very early on. It has you reading code of your own and of others. These are all fundamental skills every developer should start practicing from the point they start learning to code. Speaking of fundamental skills, the Odin project takes you from understanding the basics of how the internet works to building full-stack web applications. They also have a very heavy focus on the web dev basics trinity. A good 2/3 of their curriculum is just about getting you to do projects with CSS, HTML, and JS. And this is vital for any new developer because understanding the first principles of any technology stack can make you a better developer. Not only do they provide awesome resources to make you a great programmer, but they have a thriving community on Discord to help you through all your problems. This is great because at some point you want to stick around to go from the noob that's asking questions to the programmer that's answering them. Funnily enough, the creator of the Odin project, Eric, actually worked at App Academy, which is a bootcamp with a free tier web dev course called App Academy Open, and it has two paths similar to the Odin project with Ruby and JS and Python. Their course is amazing because they don't only throw you into the deep end, but they teach you the meta skills of software engineering. Their course has sections on things I had to learn to do on the job, like how and when to ask great questions, how to solve problems regardless of programming languages and tools, how to communicate better in a team. It gives you a much deeper dive into software engineering. While the Odin project is great, they only have a quick glance over the CS fundamentals. However, App Academy Open has some of the most rigorous content I've seen on the internet combined into one place. They have a lot of focus on algorithms and whiteboarding problems, software testing and its importance, and different programming paradigms. Now, saying all this, there are a few problems with App Academy Open. Their community is a lot smaller than the Odin project, and their web UI is a lot slower and clunkier. My recommendation? The Odin project. Despite App Academy Open having a better course, a thriving community can build up an interest and passion in programming like nothing else. The Odin project is a lot more bare bones and direct, and while the App Academy curriculum has a lot more to offer, you can always learn those topics later on in your career. The Odin project also gets brownie points for being open source, but these are just my opinions on the best resources available to learn full stack development as of 2023. Thank you for your time. I am Big Box.